Alright, we got a video for you today. We are installing the solar equipment on the wall here, and also this box here is for the batteries. We're putting the batteries on this box. They're super heavy, and then we also enclosed the whole entire wall with its own little shed deal. So stay tuned as we go along.
And here we're unboxing all of the equipment that Robert actually got a really good deal on by working up a trade when we were living in Idaho.
Yep, the guy had me help out his new solar install that he did, help do his connections. I think he even has a YouTube channel. I'll look it up and put it in the description so you can see his YouTube also. But yeah, got a good deal on it. Worked up a trade for my labor, and he gave me the equipment, so pretty good deal. So we got the inverters to the left. I got two of them on the left hand side there. Charge controller in the middle, and then a load center here in that white box. That's where the conduit's going through. And now we're running the conduit from the load center up to the solar panels up top. And got that up there, cut it off, and just make the cuts and make it work. This is the Mate 3, and this is the batteries that we're using. Sterling batteries. Went with the cheapest thing I could possibly get, and this is what I got, 105 amp hour batteries. And we're extending the battery box here, that way if we ever need to put in a second set of batteries, the box is ready to go to add on the additional batteries.
And we're starting to build our bump out here. Super exciting.
We have to enclose all this equipment so it don't get wet. Wanted to attach it to the building. That way, if this building ever gets moved, all the solar equipment and everything like that is attached to the building. And it's not like on a separate shed. It's all attached to the building, and the building can move whenever. Can't see it here, but I went through on the backside inside and put structural members to strengthen up that wall. And this cut, man, it was like the death of me. I could not figure out this cut. It was crazy. I tried to do an angle cut up top, and then I notched it so that way it's notched on that board that I used on the wall. That way it's on there super secure, but that notch, oh my gosh, I could not figure out how to do that notch. It was crazy. Yeah, the boards that we use are 2x3 instead of 2x4, just because it makes it lighter, and this isn't like it's just to enclose the equipment. Now we beefed up that bottom section where the batteries go. That's all beefed up. But here we just used 2x3s, and it worked out really good. I'm glad that we did it. It was cheaper and lighter, and that's all we needed. You can see how that 2x3 there notches up on that board up top, so it's in there really nice rather than just like a flush cut.
And here I am getting that piece of plywood, and I am about to start priming it so it helps protect the wood a little bit until we can get an actual roof and siding up on our little bump out.
And I haven't found my skill saw or my circular saw since we moved. I have no idea where it went. So everything that we did, I cut with either the chop saw or that jigsaw you saw right there. But hey, we made it work. We notched out in that roofing boards there. We notched out where the conduit goes, so it's like a really nice fit, and yeah, it looks really clean like that. And here, I didn't have a utility knife yet, so I just used my regular pocket knife to cut these 4-aught cables, and that goes from the inverters to the load center. Which in that load center is a big 200 amp disconnect for that 200 amp DC disconnect, what I'm landing everything onto. We ended up making a trip to Lowe's and picking up another utility knife after this. Yeah, Kate's in there stripping wire. She's a great stripper. I mean, I tell you what, she's a great stripper of wire. Yep, she stripped it, and then right here we had to crimp on the ends. Yep, crimping the ends right here, and she's in there squeezing, crimping those 4-aught cables. She did a good job. We ended up going to the electrical store to get that crimper. About $110, I think, for that crimper.
Oh, this is my baby.
Cody boy. He just got up. He's like, what? Yeah, these doors, originally I was like, you know what, let's just screw it in, and then I was like, well, we need access into the equipment, like quick access, in case, you know, something went bad, we need to get to a breaker, so we put some hinges on them. We made these doors too. We took those 2x3s and we took it to the table saw and cut them down to like a 2x2, and that way it's even lighter on those doors, and made this frame on these to make the door, and it worked out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. The two longest parts of this project was figuring out the cuts on those notches for the roofing angles, and then figuring out how to do these doors. I didn't know what the heck I was doing, but we made something work out of it.
And here I'm just writing a little message inside the door. Life on the road less traveled.
If you like the video, go ahead and subscribe, put a like on there for us, and if you want to talk solar, I love to talk solar with anybody, and if you guys got any comments about anything, I'd love to hear your feedback. Cheers!
Cheers!